Hey guys, welcome to the next Grapple Fit workout number 3. We've got a new exercise here for you today. It's at the bottom of the list there. It's called USHIROKESSA, to side control to KESSA. And I'm going to demonstrate that in just a moment. But let me just say that I'm excited to have you guys here aboard. I hope that you're benefiting from this training like I am. I'm not just getting in shape, but I feel like my jiu-jitsu and my grappling and my ground skills are getting better as well. So let me just show you guys this new move that's on the bottom there. It's USHIROKESSA, to side control to KESSA GATEME. Okay. So side control, right? Side control is just basically a situation where you're on your opponent's side. And in this example, and for the dummy that I have, I'm going to put my left arm under his head. My right arm is just going to kind of be on the other side of his body. I could put it on his hip or even on the ground here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hug on this side with my right arm. I'm going to grab this arm here. But if I don't have a dummy, if you're not at home and you don't have a dummy, you're just going to grab your bag. And then what I'm going to do is a move called a sit out. I just sit out with my right leg, just like this. This is called KESSA GATEME. This is probably the first move they teach you in judo, or one of the first moves they should teach you in grappling, honestly. It's a really good move. It's a great way of holding somebody down. A little detail I can give you is don't let your butt sit on the ground. Like, don't let that, like, sit on the ground like that. You want to, like, push and transfer your energy and your power into the dummy. And then what I'm going to do is just go backwards the same way I came. I step out. I go back to side control, and then what I'll do now is I'll take this that's under his head and I'll throw it to the other side of his body like this. And then what I'll do is I'll turn my hips, and then I sit through my other leg. So I'm like this. All right. This is USHIROKESSA. All right, USHIROKESSA. This is a great move too, because in jiu-jitsu we like to do things like this so that we can get on top. So this is a great mechanic, a good move to know. Side control, the KESSA, the side control to USHIROKESSA. All right, so that's our new move. And with that, we're going to get on with the workout. Timer, and there we go. All right, so the first move, SPRAWLS. Go! Time. Yeah, so a minute of those, it's pretty tiring. SPRAWLS. You know, I've never really trained on a dummy as long or as intensely as this. Normally when I train on a dummy, it's because either I'm the odd person out and I don't have a partner, and I'll just go grab a dummy and practice on them and do the best that I can for the time, maybe 5 minutes. And then when we change partners, I'm back with my partner. Somebody else might be on the dummy. And, you know, I'm learning a lot from this experience. So the next are the TORRENADOS. You guys remember the TORRENADOS? That's the bullfighting pass. You just skip side to side around the dummy, okay? So the footwork is kind of like when you're on the side, you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you tap them on the shoulder or tap them on the chest. All right, let's go. Yeah, TORRENADOS are always tiring, but that's a great guard passing technique to learn in jiu-jitsu, MMA, even judo. It's tiring. The next technique we have is the back step pass. Sometimes we call this the long step. Basically, a back step or a long step is when you just step back, just like that. So if I'm standing here front, I just step back. All right, you see that? Sort of like, look like a capoeira or a student practicing capoeira doing that move. I don't know what they call it, but in jiu-jitsu and judo or MMA, we call that a back step. So the way I do that is I crash down over top of my opponent's head. And this can be done from the guard, passing the guard, or from where I am, the north-south. I just like to do it like this because my dummy, this just kind of serves as arms and legs for me. And so what I do is I just wrap my arm over and I backstep. I come back and I backstep and I lean into the dummy. Don't let your butt hit the floor, okay? Get ready, guys. Let's go. Also, you don't want your knees all banging the floor for this. Be sort of easy on your knees. You don't even have to let your knees touch the ground. Just sort of squat. I think it's about time for sweatshirt to come off. I see some other YouTube channels and jiu-jitsu ones in particular advertising high intensity interval training, and it's not. You know, if your heart rate's not getting up 80%, 85%, you're not doing HIIT. my wife said, if your butt is on the floor, you're not doing HIIT. Put it that way. If your butt is on the floor, how are you going to get your heart rate up? All right. Even in jiu-jitsu, moves that look like our butts are on the floor really shouldn't be on the floor. Just in those two exercises, you want your hips up, pushing into the ground, not down like this. All right. You're wasting power, wasting energy if you're having your butt on the floor. So next up, side control to knee on belly and just down. So this is like, you know, kind of like doing a wheelie. You gotta be sort of a little bit fast with it. So side control, pop up, knee on belly. And we just do this and then switch. 30 seconds. And then switch sides. Knee on belly. Side control. Knee on belly. My side control looks more like a sprawl, honestly. So I'm pushing into my dummy. Pushing in, not letting my knees touch the ground. Pushing in. Get ready to switch sides. Switch sides. Man, that's a little bit challenging on the arms too. How you guys doing out there? Next up, windshield wipers. Is that right? Yeah, windshield wipers. All right. So windshield wipers basically is knee on belly to knee on belly, going side to side. It's sort of like a way of keeping your thumb on somebody, you know, or keeping somebody controlled, and then switching to your other knee with smoothness. Okay. So I have to kick myself in the butt with my knee, my ankles. So I do a knee on belly, I lean forwards, both my ankles sort of come to my butt, and I move them over. That's the windshield part. And then I'm knee on belly here. I lean forward, my ankles come up, knee on belly. So it's a real quick interchange. And the only way to really get good and better at this is practice. And fortunately, we get all the practicing. Our dummy doesn't, just us. So get ready, guys, windshield wipers. Yeah, I'm even like learning myself. Like, I had knee surgery on my left knee. So using knee on belly with my left knee, it's a little awkward. It's a little uncomfortable for me. And my right feels good. My right feels smooth. And I'm asking myself, what am I doing? You know, is it just the knee surgery? Is that the difference? And I noticed that I was doing something a little different with my right side that I wasn't doing with my left. My right had my shin sort of going diagonally, my foot connecting on the ribs. This is a big dummy, so it's hard for me to put my foot on the floor. And I wasn't really doing that with my left side. So I made a little adjustment. And I feel like I need to do more training. I need to actually do that a little bit more and even get that better. So that's an example of that cross-lateral learning transfer. So what do we got next? Side control, mount, knee on belly, and then get back down to side control. Mount, knee on belly, jump off, side control. This is a little fancy. It combines 3 moves, but you know it's just side control, knee on belly. Actually, wait, it was side control, mount, knee on belly. All right. So side control, sit out, mount, knee on belly, side control. You guys see that? Sit out, mount, pop off, knee on belly, side control. Sit out, mount, knees or ankles to butt, pop off, knee on belly, side control. Notice this arm right here. All right, I bring it under the shoulder, I sit, I throw this leg up high, I come over top, I'm mounting. I'm getting ready to dismount, knee on belly, side control. Mount, hips, pressure with the hips, feet connected to his hips. All right, ankles to the butt, dismount. That one's a little tricky. That was going to take some time. You know, you might be watching this later and not live, and you can always rewind and go back and watch that move, okay? So a lot of transitioning there. You know, there's a saying in jiu-jitsu, and that is, if it's not tight, it's not right. So what that means is each position you have to be secure in your position. You have to fill the space. That doesn't mean squeeze with the jaws of death. You know, it just means don't make space. Don't like give him or her room to wiggle or scramble or escape. You got to keep everything tight. So the transitions, like from move to move, there's a moment there where you might loosen up, you might compromise your position, and that's when they might escape. So you have to be really mindful of those transitions, which is a really good aspect of this training. All right, so we're doing mount armbar. You guys remember this, right? Post your arms on their chest, come up, armbar, legs up, back on top. You guys see that? You can slow the video down if you need to. Here, here, here. Back on top. All right. Post. All right. My right arm is on their chest. My left arm is on the chest, but I've got their arms sort of between my arms. I come around. Armbar. I love this move. My stomach really feels this. I recently got my left side better. I've improved my armbar on my left side with this. Man, that's fun. That's fun. You know, you don't need a dummy to practice this stuff. You just need 2 pillows. 2 pillows. something that just you can put on the floor and just, you know, simulates like a chest cavity of a human. You just need something like that. You know, 2 good couch cushions or something. You know, the thicker they are, the better. Not real soft kind of pillows. So here's that new move that I demonstrated in the beginning. It's that side control, KESSA GATEME, side control, USHIROKESSA GATEME, side control, KESSA, side control, USHIRO, remember? So basically the meat of it is you're here, you're here, you're here, you're there. 1, this is the start, 2, back to the middle, 3. And basically I'm just changing my arms. Just sort of hugging this way for KESSA. You can be any way you want for side, then USHIRO. All right? Let's go. Switch sides. Actually, never mind. If you want to switch, switch. If you just want to, on the next round, do the other side, do it. I need to do a video on that because there are some little details I need to show you guys. You know, in that particular instance, near the end, I just kind of kept my arms on the other side of the dummy. I got onto my live feet, my live toes. This is called live toes, and your toes look like this. This is called dead toes, right? I just stayed on my live toes, and I just banged, you know, twisted to the front, back to the middle, twisted to the back, bang, back to the middle. And I just kept twisting like that. And what I found was, like, my core was really being challenged. All the obliques, you know, everything sort of like in this area was really being challenged. And man, I'm feeling it. 30 seconds, and you know what? We're back to the top. If you're brand new at this, if you're feeling like, wow, that was like enough for you, well then, you know what? That's fine. 20 minutes, that's a lot. You know, we got SPRAWLS coming up now, right from the top. Get ready, guys. Yeah, those are tiring. Those are tiring. You know, you can't go all out 90+% or anything like that. Not when we're doing minute intervals. So it's a different workout than my other program, my other Fast Burn 30 HIIT program. But that's good. It's good for me. It's good for you if you're doing both. You know, this has a little bit more neuromuscular component or endurance component, more tailored for somebody who's doing, you know, grappling or judo or MMA or, you know, another difference too is this routine really challenges like muscles and areas that the other program is not, especially like the core. All the twisting and turning and movements low to the ground. It's challenging, you know, in a different way. We have TORRENADOS coming up. I mean, these are really tiring. They should be tiring to you. You know, if you can make it a little harder by sitting down low, if you've got the energy. I never thought that round was going to end. I don't know why. It just seemed longer. TORRENADOS, the bullfighting pass. You know, I can't wait to, you know, be back at the school and eventually start engaging with people and testing all this endurance and all this strength and practice on live people. You know, especially people that have done or been doing nothing. And there are a lot. I mean, I'd say 90% of the public is probably just sitting, eating, getting fat and lazy. I know you aren't because you're here right now. You're watching this, you're doing this. But man, I tell you, that's really fun too, by the way, to just look around you and see people and like they're just sitting still. You know, they seem slow and sluggish and tired, but you're full of energy, you're full of speed, you're full of power. It's a really good feeling. I've been doing that for a long, long time. All right, we've got side control, knee on belly. Remember that? Side control, pop up knee on belly, get back down to side control. If you did your other side last time, switch over. I mean, make sure you do both sides. It's like each one of those is like a push-up for me. Yeah, the arms. Yeah, man, they're feeling nice and toasty. Yeah, when you're in condition and everybody else is not, it's kind of like you feel like a superhero. Literally, people look like plants, just on the ground, tired, not moving, lying on their backs, breathing heavy, and you're up on your feet, moving around like, what's up? What's next? Come on, guys. That's a good feeling. Even if you don't do martial arts, that you'll see that in some way, somewhere, people being tired, not doing what you can do. We have windshield wipers. Remember that? Knee on belly, lean forwards, kick yourself in the butt, knee on belly on the other side, and just keep it going. Now I'm feeling my arms. Yeah, I'm teaching myself something here. Wow. I guess it's a little easier for me because I know the path. I know I've been doing technique for years and years. And, I develop preferences, right side versus left. I like to, do my Osoto Gary, my throws and certain techniques with my right foot forward, not my left. And I've always told people and my students, get good at one side first. Don't go trying to get your other side. Just get good at one side, because I know that, first of all, having a quality technique is more important than having two crappy techniques. But then once you really learn this side, you can teach the other side. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking at my right or my left, and whichever's better, and I'm like, what am I doing there that I'm not doing on the other side? Why does my other side feel kind of crappy or not as good or just not as smooth? And it's just really time in the saddle. I've got to adapt. I've got to get my brain to like get it and be comfortable with it. And sometimes there's little things I'm just doing that I, on my good side that I need to do on my bad side. All right, we've got side control, mount, knee on belly, and repeat. Go to your mount. Pop off, knee on belly. Side control. Sit out. Knee on mount. Knee on belly. Go back to side control. Sit out. Mount. Knee on belly. Side control. When you guys go knee on belly from mount, it helps to ride up high. Then you can dismount a lot easier. I don't know if you guys caught that, but when I am doing a mount and I want to jump off, and there'll be times you want to jump off when you're mounting. You might be on top of somebody big and strong, and they're just bridging and they're pushing and they're moving, and you're like, wow, you know what? This feels like a wild horse to me. If I don't do something, I'm gonna fall off, and maybe at best keep my guard. You know, hold on to them with your legs like this. But now you're on the bottom. If that's MMA, that could be bad. If it's jiu-jitsu, you lose 2 points. Well, actually, you know, don't even worry about points and stuff like that. It's just when you guys are doing that mount, right? Climb up a little bit. See that? Climb up a little bit, and then the knee on belly is easier. You get your foot away from their legs so they can't grab you. What do we got? We're getting there, right? We're getting there. Mount to armbar. All right? Mount. Is that right? Oh, I forgot the back step pass, didn't I? You guys should have said something to me. Let's do the back step pass. All right, if you did it, congratulations. You're smarter than me, but let's go do that back step pass. That's fun. I thought of some variations actually during that. Maybe I'll talk to you guys next time about it. All right, so we've got mount to armbar. And of course, somebody's calling me. Well, never fails. Usually I'd have a pet walk in on me by now. I don't know where they are. Can't have a Zoom video at home workout without a pet walking on your screen or in your face. Usually when I do moves where my face gets lower to the ground, that's when the dogs come in. They just want to kiss you and lick you. All right, so we have the armbar, right? You know, if you're not really sure about this technique, either just watch me or go back to my videos. I've got, you know, Baltimore Martial Arts Academy, you know, all kind of content and videos on there on this. All right. So I basically just come up, let that leg come over. I kip up, I lift my hips, and I switch my leg. Just like that. Right up high, here, leg comes over, boom. Kip up, on top, over, here. I move this a little bit this way. My left feels just as good as my right. And it wasn't that way on Tuesday. All right, guys, we're almost done. Whew. You guys sweating? Should be sweating. You know, one thing is learning the technique with reasonable proficiency. You don't have to be a master or bog yourself down too much in the details. Just get the basic mechanic and then train. Build some speed, build some power on it, and then tweak the details over the duration of your training and the years that you're in. Can't learn it all right away, you know, but this training, I'll just tell you right here, right now, even if it weren't a virus and I was stuck and forced to do this at home like this, I think this is a really great system and method and like aspect of the training that has a lot of benefits. So side control, Ushiro and KESSA, just like if you're watching this later, you could just like watch me for a little bit or whatever, rewind. I'm just not going to let my hips touch the ground. It's going to stay up high. My arms are doing something too. Here's what my arms are doing. Woo! Challenging. Wow. That one right there might be one of the hardest for me. So if you've got any questions about these particular techniques, go back to the membership portal and take a look at them, okay? I might have to put some updates in there because, you know what? I said in the beginning that when you work with the dummy, you learn things and you teach yourself things. And that's no different, you know, for me. Like I'm learning a lot of things here. Let me just get rid of this screen share. I'm learning a lot of things. I'm learning ways of making my technique sharper, more efficient. That might be a good word to use right there. Actually, let me do a screenshot of my sweaty selfie. Well, that didn't work. Oh no. All right. So yeah, you're gonna learn things throughout this workout. You know, I would imagine a master, anybody of any skill, you spend some time working on a dummy, there's going to be differences between your right and your left side. And if these mechanics are completely new to you, you need to learn them because they're fundamental, they're basic, and really important in grappling. So, hey, thanks for joining me, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time for Grapple Fit.